Survivor and Big Brother, two shows where your goal in the game is to survive until the end without being voted out, and then garner the respect of your peers so that they vote for you to win it all. At its basic premise, they are very similar, and CBS looked to capitalize on this in the summer of 2001 when they decided to have some of their biggest stars from Survivor live in the Big Brother house. So what happened? Let's find out. Before we start, I want to thank you all for supporting this channel. If you want to see these videos weeks before they're ever released here on YouTube, then consider supporting this channel on Patreon. On that Patreon, you can vote for whose stories I tell and get an exclusive video every month. Thank you for your support. To set the stage, we are deep into season 2 of Big Brother when we as an audience are told that survivors will be entering the house for a special crossover episode.
The only faces the house guests have seen are each other's. That's going to change because the house guests are about to meet their match.
It was promoted on the bottom of the screen constantly while watching Big Brother, and they knew that this would draw in the ratings. The first 2 seasons of Survivor averaged about 29 million viewers a week, so why not? It all begins in episode 25 of Big Brother 2 when Julie Chen says,
"The ultimate outdoor endurance show meets the ultimate indoor endurance show when 4 tribe members from Survivor move into the Big Brother house."
Now, what exactly does this mean? Are the survivors entering the game Edge of Extinction style and have a chance to win it all here with 5 episodes remaining? Doubtful, but they have been teasing this without telling us how exactly it will work.
Moving into the Big Brother house to stay the night and compete against the house guests.
Julie says they are staying only one night, so it looks like this is something that is simply happening for fun. But she does say that they will be competing against the house guests in the Big Brother house. We then meet our 4 former castaways. From Survivor Borneo, we have Sue Hawk and Jervis Peterson. And from the Australian Outback, we have Alicia Calloway and Jeff Varner.
Survivors Jervis Peterson and Susan Hawk. And from Survivor the Australian Outback, we've got Jeff Varner and Alicia.
Now, what is made immediately clear is that aside from Jeff Varner, none of these people have ever watched Big Brother, aside from maybe an episode or 2. And even they express this openly that they haven't watched it.
You've been asking us all sorts of questions. What do we know? What do we know? And of course, we can't tell you, and some of us really don't know anything. But,
I told you.
Okay.
Julie then asked them if they think any of the house guests could survive on Survivor, and all of them immediately say no. And Julie tries to say, yeah, but like, you know, the game's similar, like they could do it. And she tries to defend the house guests, but it doesn't seem to go over very well.
Do you think that these 4 house guests could survive on the island in the Outback?
No.
They don't have what it takes.
no.
It seems like we are off to a solid start as none of these survivors respect Big Brother.
And they say that being in the Big Brother house is mentally more challenging. It's tougher.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
After a rag fest on Big Brother and how it is so much easier than Survivor, Julie tells them to grab their bags because they are moving into the house.
All right, gang, it's time to move into your new house. Grab your bags. Let the games begin.
The show cliffhangs on this crossover, and that leads us to episode 26, and the survivors finally move into the Big Brother house, which is met with a lot of excitement as these house guests haven't seen anyone in over 60 days. What is funny to notice is that, just like in the Australian Outback, Jeff is already causing trouble as he attempts to ring the fake doorbell many times, like a kid who is ding-dong ditching but is only learning how to do it for the first time. We then get a flurry of diary room confessionals about how excited everyone is about this visit.
Having other people in the house was amazing. We haven't seen anyone else in 64 days.
Shocked, surprised, and very happy to see other people.
I'm still freaking out, but you know I'm still in this game and I'm still playing the game while I'm here. That does not change.
Sit on Jeff's lap.
Jervis then compares Survivor to Big Brother in a way that seems like he's trying to force himself to give Big Brother credit, but ends up being very funny.
Out in the island, you could at least, take a hike through the jungle for at least an hour or 2 and get away from everybody. Where out here, you will always hear Sue's voice.
Hot shower.
After that Sue Hawk zinger, Jervis then zings Jeff Varner.
Jeff Varner is
He's a mean mofo.
You have no idea, man. That guy will stab you in the front. Look at the back. He'll stab you dead in the front.
I vote to evict Nicole.
Use people.
Word on the street is that there's going to be a competition between the castaways and the house guests, and once again, Jervis is talking mad trash.
You're gonna put Big Brother against Survivor? Let's think about this for 1 second.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm laid back. I don't know what'll happen, but the rest of my team, they're voracious.
So the competition they are doing is simple. The teams will be bound together and will have to work together to either spell Be Brother or Survivor with blocks that they find around the yard. Now, normally in Big Brother, the yard is not covered in snow. That was only done for the survivors' visit. Now, once they build their block tower, they unclip from each other, strip down, and dive to the bottom of the icy pool to get a key that they will hook onto a torch and then extinguish that torch. The first team to do this for all 4 torches wins the game and $15,000 that they get to split between each other.
Big Brother versus Survivor. Yeah. Are you ready to find out who's toughest? May the best team win.
It all starts simple enough as each team is collecting blocks and building their towers. That is until Jeff Varner pulls off a sneaky, dirty move.
Jeff, being the cheater that he is, threw one of their blocks in the pool.
Back everything back up.
Will then tells us that he wanted to do that sneaky, dirty move, but his team said no. He says he respects the survivors so much for doing it.
At the very beginning of the game, I told my group, I'm like, hey, let's get the V and throw it in the pool. And my group said, no, don't do that, don't do that. I give respect for that. You know, I think it's a sneaky tactic. It's certainly within the limits of the game.
But it doesn't stop there, as Jeff then proceeds to steal the Big Brother's blocks that they left on the ground next to their tower.
They left their blocks all laying on the ground all the way around, and I stole them.
Despite the devious moves by the survivors, the Big Brother house guests actually complete their tower first, and they take the lead by snuffing the first torch.
Extinguish the tiki torch.
Nicole from Big Brother then knocks out the second torch, and they are up 2-0. However, Jeff is not far behind, and he closes that gap by making it 2-1. Sue then overtakes Monica in the pool, and Monica really seems to be floundering and unable to dive underwater. Monica basically blows the challenge single-handedly for the Big Brother house guests, as Jervis and Alicia quickly get through the pool and win the game 4-2. We have seen Jervis trash talk this whole time leading up to the competition, and if you have watched him in Survivor Borneo or Survivor Blood vs. Water, then you know that he does this all the time. He has not changed. And it doesn't stop here, as after winning, he basically trashes Big Brother again by saying they're less than Survivor.
Yeah! Who's the best reality TV show in the world? Survivor!
They now have a second competition where the winner will get to see a website that a fan has made for them. The validity of whether these websites are real or not is very questionable, but we won't dwell on that too much, as the survivors and Big Brother house guests have to work together to unscramble letters. Sue is paired up with Hardy, Jeff is partnered up with Will, who he did earlier claim was his little G god.
Will is my god. Because he doesn't take any of this seriously. He makes fun of it. He's making fun of himself.
Jervis is with Monica, and Alicia is tagged with Nicole. Hardy and Sue decipher this very fast, and it turns out the letters were telling them to look in the dryer out in the backyard. This competition is not nearly as engaging as the previous one. As you may or may not know, Jeff Varner is gay, so when they go to sleep at night, Jeff is sharing a bed with Alicia, and it's really funny when Will asks them,
"Hey, just for ratings, could you guys bang?" Will. Is that unreasonable?
The next morning, Sue ends up waking up before everyone else and does something that feels very representative of who she is as a person and what I imagine she actually does at her own house. Everyone then has a discussion about which show is more difficult, Big Brother or Survivor. Will has a lot of keen observations that clear up any debate anyone could ever have on the subject.
Well, one time I had a blister on my foot from playing basketball, and I was in the hot tub, and it was too warm, so I had to move to the pool. One time we ran out of dental floss, man, I thought I was gonna freak out.
Oh no.
I was like, get me out of here. And a Komodo dragon came and ripped up the chicken and killed it and ate it. Well, one day when I was at the pool, Ophelia snuck in the house and ate a whole loaf of white bread.
The survivors then leave them with parting words of encouragement, and thus ends the Survivor Big Brother crossover. It was a fun distraction while watching Big Brother, and it can be watched as a standalone episode for anyone who isn't familiar with both shows. However, the constant making fun of Big Brother and how it is just so easy was not a great look for the show, and definitely not a great look for them trying to boost their ratings. Big Brother was really trying to pitch this as a very similar show to Survivor, and they even had Alicia give a diary room confessional trying to say that they're almost the same thing.
Outwit, outplay, outlast. Those things apply on Big Brother. The same three things that apply for Survivor apply here.
Anyways, this is the only time a crossover like this happens. Now, there have been survivors who have played on The Amazing Race, there have been Amazing Race players who have played on Survivor, there have been Big Brother players who have played on Survivor, but there's never been Survivor players who have played on Big Brother. That would make for an excellent season of the show. Even if it was a shortened season like Celebrity Big Brother, wouldn't it just be amazing to have an entire Big Brother season of Survivor castaways? Thanks for watching, and if you like the content you see here, then please support me and this channel on Patreon. The Patreon has every video I release weeks earlier than when they go up here on YouTube, and your financial support makes this channel possible, so thank you.
And a Komodo dragon came and ripped up the chicken and killed it and ate it. Well, one day when I was at the pool, Ophelia snuck in the house and ate a whole loaf of white bread.